You know what I read? I read a tweet today that said, "Why don't men complain when their food? Why do men never care when the restaurants fuck up their order?"
Because I'm too lazy to say something.
That's one. But Kaz replied, Kazim from You Down. He's like an entertainer dude. He has a podcast. He does sports takes and stuff. Kaz is a good guy. He said, "You'd be surprised how many things men just won't complain about."
Mm-hmm.
It was very interesting. Kind of hit me in the soul a bit.
It's true.
Because I'm like, God, he's fucking right.
Yeah, but going back on the food, I'm like, if it's not like egregiously wrong.
And that's exactly what someone said. Someone said, "It's not going to ruin my day. Why complain?" Said, "If it's not going to ruin my day, why complain?"
Yeah.
Or, and it said, someone else said, "It depends on how bad of a mistake. Some things just aren't worth the time or effort of getting fixed."
Exactly.
Because we just throw logic into everything and we don't really think about our emotions that heavily.
Like I used to be a server, so like now when I don't know, like I don't know, I get over. It's just such a small thing if the order is slightly wrong, like, and especially if like I have the ability to if it's like in a drive-through and I have the ability to just drive back around,
right?
Let's go fix it, man. It's not the end of the world. I've done that. Like I have no problem doing that. If it's like a big restaurant, like, so how bad of a mess up on the order? That's what matters. If it's like completely different meal,
they forgot to take out
that's different.
You said no
parsley
onions.
If I said like no, it's whatever. Bro.
You said no onions and they put onions.
Yeah, unless it's like an egregious mistake or I'm deathly allergic.
Right.
Yeah, that's different. You know.
Yeah.
If it's like, oh, you guys kind of forgot my salad, like, if it's like a little starter salad, it's like a little tiny bowl, that's whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I'll just get my food and be happy.
That's what I'm saying.
But
can you turn on that light? I noticed something was off.
Yeah.
I'm like, this looks way darker than it used to.
Hey, yo.
That's true. Sorry, y'all. Forgive us. Bad lighting.
That's Trey's back.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's because Trey's back.
Dang it.
Not that one, the other one, but
That's true. That's true. It was.
Yeah.
It's true.
It still looks weird, but that's fine.
It's energy of the.
Because we have too many different lights. Yeah. I'm going to get some key lights.
There are definitely like
this place is going to be like a huge studio.
Yeah.
I promise you. I'm going to get key lights, and they're going to be like warm lights like that.
You're going to get those umbrellas too?
Yeah, yeah. You have to. You have to
those
diffuse
are fancy.
them. You can't just throw light in people's face.
Like picture day at school?
At the school.
Where you make you hold like an awkward item of your choice?
Yes.
I got skateboard.
Yeah.
Skateboard.
Clarinet.
Or glasses. Or something that about your future. You want to be a fireman, they're going to make you hold a hat.
Or like a manifesto.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Why did you go down?
Oh, this thing kept hitting the table. It was weird for my acceptance of.
Welcome back to Lie About Nothing. We have returned.
Trey's back.
Against my better judgment, Trey's back.
Excellent. Glad to be here, y'all. It's a pleasure.
Force his way back in.
Force his way right back in. We thought we could do it without him. We thought we could keep Ian, but Ian had to go back and be an accountant.
Yeah, we'll have to get that dude back sometime.
Yeah.
I love talking to him, man.
Yeah, he's a knowledgeable guy, Ian. Good guy.
Indeed.
Good guy. And very sustainable guy. He rode here on a bike.
Mm-hmm. An e-bike.
An e-bike. Which means you pedal a little bit.
All the way from Boca.
Yeah. That was my reaction. Yeah.
That's strong.
Yeah. For sure.
I respect it.
Yeah.
You know, the resolve to do that. I respect it.
Shout out to him for sure. Welcome back to Lie About Nothing, where we talk about expansive social topics, and in the end, we try to figure out why Train got no hands.
What? Uh-oh.
What? How? Why is this a thing? Did I drop the ball on something?
I've been waiting to put you on.
What have I done?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We fighting.
What did I do?
Oh.
Why are we fighting?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. No, why am I fighting?
No, we're not fighting.
Yo, bet you won't swing on him.
Oh, why are we swinging?
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah.
We are acquaintances, are we not?
So, nigga, I told you about
Oh, my God.
Before, I didn't have time. But now I got time, cuz.
I'm being assailed. Help. It's black on black crime. Assailed.
Now I got, including Victor.
Including Victor. Brown on brown crime. There we go. I counted. There are shades of brown here, y'all. Politics.
I had time before, but now I got time, cuz.
Come on me on the friendly shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're talking
Fights.
about something that I don't do often, which is fighting and arguing today. I always think it's a waste of time, but some things are worth fighting for. Some things are worth arguing for. Not everything is, though. You need to be careful. You have to pick your battles. And that's not like just a saying. That's an actual thing. You should pick your battles.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Especially if you got a little ratchet in you.
Yeah, that's true. Like Victor does. Yeah,
Indeed.
that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Victor turn up, man.
He does.
No.
Victor can turn. He just seems cool
No.
on the pod.
Then he goes
outside.
No,
Nah,
no.
Victor's different outside, man. He'll turn up on you. Don't fuck around.
No. We seen.
Don't fuck around. He's cap right now. It's his
My
cap.
bone's too old for that now.
Nah. It's just cap for the pod. It's okay.
No, it'll happen when it needs to happen.
It's okay.
I understand.
It's just cap for the pod.
Listen, these days I can't be bothered.
That's good to know.
But now when I was
Yeah, because you're older now. You know what I mean? You know better.
exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I ain't got time.
Yeah. And you have a career. You have stuff to lose. you
That's
know?
true.
30.
There's a lot to consider now.
Yeah. The man things to consider. It makes sense.
But I mean,
Yeah. Well, speaking since we're on you, how you doing, man?
good.
That's a
It's
lie.
a short week, so
Yeah.
Thank God.
it's a lot of people. Clients are just like, we'll deal with it next week. So it's been nice and slow.
Yeah.
But as you saw, as I pulled up, I got a rental up front.
I did see.
I gotta go out of town for a client tomorrow morning.
Get to the bag.
My dog. I see you.
Where you going again?
Early drive to Clearmont. Ugh.
What the fuck is it?
Where is Claremont?
Like in the middle of like Tampa and Orlando.
Uh-huh.
The more you know. There's way more towns and little cities in Florida, and
A
well,
lot.
everywhere than you
Clermont's-
think you would know. Yeah.
Clearmont's a lot of old people.
Makes sense. It sounds like somewhere would be a
I've
lot
never
of
heard
old
of
people.
Claremont.
Claremont. Kind of like Andre. Shout out to Andre.
Hey, shout out to that boy.
I miss that
Yeah.
guy.
I haven't hit him up in a while.
Oh, we gotta
That's
go out
true.
the dudes.
Yeah, sure. We should go out with him again.
I agree.
Who got Andre?
Trey, how was your adventures last week?
Yeah, man.
Adventures.
You weren't
like-
here.
What were you doing? What happened?
Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. My
according
memory's
to
terrible.
Michelle.
I was looking
Oh,
elsewhere.
true.
It was the Art and Jazz Festival at Delray Beach Art and Jazz.
People were
yeah.
just throwing themselves at Trey.
Jesus.
Surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
I've always said
Don't
I
listen
can't
to
go
them.
nowhere with
Don't
Trey.
listen to them. Don't listen to them. Listen, guys. It's not like there's some random.
We heard from a
ability or
first
skill.
hand source.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like it's some random ability or skill, dude. There's
It's just natural game, huh? Yeah.
No,
With
okay.
no
Wait, no,
blades,
that's
by the
wrong.
way.
That's wrong. Let me fix that.
No blades.
No
It
blades.
is a skill, meaning it is something learned.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's not a thing that I'm just like, yes, I'm born with this natural talent.
But you are.
No, it's not the case.
You're tall and black. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge portion.
Come
of it.
on, baby.
But that's not all of
He's
it.
that wild card to them.
You know,
the white girls.
to the
Oh
white girls.
my god, I can't even with you.
It never.
He's the entry point.
the gateway.
Gateway to the culture.
I'm dead.
The first course in
Y'all bad
initiation,
influence.
bro.
Y'all bad.
Dude, how you got the
Friends
gateway
don't listen to
picked
them.
up?
Don't listen to these bad influencers and their negative, pessimistic responses.
No, they
to
all
help
there,
you.
bro.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. It's Delray Beach, guys. There's a
American-
lot of that is what it is out here.
Yeah, it's
not-
a lot of caucasity.
that is what it is out
Mhm.
here, and
All
yeah,
types.
yeah,
All types.
you know, because like Art and Jazz on the Ave, good event, nice event, but again, there's like out of the 40, 50, 80, whatever, how many vendors there's there, realistically between 1% and 5% are like black vendors.
Yeah.
And it is not me saying, oh, they're all racist. That is not what I'm saying.
No.
But it is me saying the facts of what's there. And
Yeah.
if word of the event isn't reaching certain neighborhoods,
Right.
you know, it can be an indifference towards it, or it can be a malicious thing towards it.
Representation was low.
I will say that it's an indifference for now,
Yeah.
not a malicious thing, but also the representation is very low.
Yes.
I remember the first Art and Jazz on the app we
Is
did.
there any Asian booths?
Nah, I didn't see a single one.
Mm.
I would love for there to be one, but I didn't see a single one.
Just
Well, the Asian community isn't really huge in Delray.
No.
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
You'd have to go down to like Broward or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So the disparity is powerful.
So
Mm-hmm.
I know you mentioned it was like only 2 booths.
Yeah, that I saw. I don't want to say only 2 booths, including mine, but I will say I only saw one other booth for sure. And I'm trying to remember if there's a second booth, but that might have just been a person who was like hired. There's a couple Hispanic booths there. I had some delicious empanadas. I'm mad. I can't remember the name. I want to give them a shout out. I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. They were amazing though. They made like gourmet empanadas. I know I'm slacking. I think I have a card somewhere over there. But
Nice.
they're great. So that was neat. But yeah, sorry. That's why I wasn't here, guys. I was doing the event. Beyond that, our summer camp has started called Seeds of Creativity, where we teach art and writing. I'm the art teacher. And at the end of the summer camp program, we hopefully, preferably, will publish a book.
We tried last time, but
the kids are wilding. So
the kids.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's tough. I was there.
And again, like realistically, guys, we're not gonna force your children to like do things. That's weird. Right. All right. So we're gonna that's freaking weird, y'all.
Yeah.
So we're gonna comfortably and with consent from even the children doing the work. Hey, what work would you like to publish in the book? Right? Because there are certain kids who have so much work done, like. You can publish yourself.
Some kids, we have some kids who are really into it, but then some kids weren't. And not
also,
at all.
Always depends on the parent. If the parents
100% depends on the parents.
Is it worth it? I don't know. Welp.
Yeah.
Guess it's not at all. Then.
Yeah.
What are you
and it's free. The book is free. The book is free,
my friend.
Because you already paid for the summer camp.
For the summer
camp. The book is free.
You're just paying for a normal summer camp.
Now your child is a published author.
Exactly.
But
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
What do we know? What do we know? But that's what we've been up to, man. And I'm so tired.
Yeah. You've been working, bro. Here's a round of applause for you. You've been working. You working. I want to acknowledge that. I remember you had stints where you wasn't working.
That's facts.
Yeah,
bro,
you wasn't really putting in.
Life was life.
You know what I mean?
Life is life.
But I noticed you've been putting in the work.
Stop it. You're making me blush.
I like it.
Stop it.
Like, it's very Picasso of you.
Melanin. You can't see the blush, but I'm blushing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like it.
My heart, my soul.
Michelle probably in the kitchen like, this nigga not working for
her. Yeah, that's what she's saying. That's probably what she's saying. Mom, stop. Mom. God dang it. No, I love you. It's okay. Stop. I'm sorry. Anyways, y'all.
Yeah.
Cress, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Speaking of caucasity, I had this old white lady when I came home from work today knock on my door. Because I've been to my house. It's like the one side's like the sliding door, and then the door's on the other side. But everyone goes to the sliding part because it's first. But it's not the door. But she knocked on it. My room was like across there. And I'm like, who's this old white lady knocking on? She never came to her house before, by the way. But she lives across the street. She's like the grandmother of the family over there.
Sugar? Go ahead.
Sugar? No.
Interesting.
So I go around and open the door. I meet her like at the sidewalk, and I'm like, "Yerp," and she's like,
just like that.
Yeah. I'm like, "Yerp." she's like, "Hey, I'm having an issue starting the lawnmower. I'm trying to do something nice for the dad in the family whose name I forgot, and I can't get it started. I think I'm too weak to get." I'm like, "Oh yeah, for sure. I'll help you go over," because I think she was just trying to be cool, be nice, and like mow the lawn for the dad. She's an old lady, like frail. Gotta be in her like late 80s.
Should she be mowing the lawn in the first place?
I don't know. It wasn't my problem. Because I'm always kind of wary of old white women coming to my door anywhere, or white people in general coming to my house. So I was already like, what do you want for real? Because, they like to complain about small things. And I'm like, what did we do to have her come to the crib? But she just needed help starting her lawnmower. I went over there. And I think she just didn't like
story.
Some of the lawnmowers have like the little pump on the side where you pump the gas to kind of get it ready. So I did the little pump, started right up. And I gave it to her. I'm like, have fun. And that was it.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
Simple. Nice.
So technically it was just me being a good neighbor.
All right.
But she never came there before.
Just a nice little side quest. Yeah.
But my other thing was she was very confident in going and knocking on our door. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know her, bro. She might be a criminal.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Former serial killer.
You don't know. Always possible.
Because she was very confident. There was no hesitation in just knock. Now, typically, we're good neighbors. We haven't done anything crazy. We don't have no big parties, nothing like that, So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Might be a good thing.
Take it as good, bro. Stay optimistic.
All right. I'll stay optimistic.
She's not one of them people that are like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't want to go over there.
Yeah.
Those people are
Which matters. Matters.
She's just like, yo.
Maybe that was her olive branch.
Like, yo, regular neighbor guy. I know you're a man's who's like probably stronger than me.
You're a neighbor.
Yeah.
State Farm.
That is young, strapping, and nice.
Yeah.
Who just happens to be of color.
Right. One of my coworkers told me today that I'm very approachable. And I'm like, I don't like
affable.
that. Affable is very good. She said I was approachable. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be approachable.
I like affable.
Because
Cress what?
I don't want to know. I don't want to be
Cress,
approachable.
All right, bro. Get a nice
Yes.
collar. Get a nice like gold chain with some spikes on it. Get like
No, just
FU
start-
on your shirt.
Just start mean mugging by default.
Just mean mug, bro. Flex against everyone,
yeah.
bro.
Now, at work, I'm very affable, because I didn't want to I don't. There's nobody here that I want to piss off. I mean, it's supposed to be a good environment, and I'm fine at work. It's not a big deal. But she told me, I told her, I don't know if I want to be approachable. She's like, no, that's good because there's enough mean people in the world. And I'm like, you know what? You're kind of right.
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
That's my take on it. I always try to be.
Yeah, there's enough mean people.
I try and take that initiative and just like initiating friendship because there's enough people who just like hate, bro. Like, I ain't trying to be one of them. I ain't got time. I got time for that.
Yeah. She was right in there. So I'm like, all right, you're right. Besides that, everything's good. I'm fine. Thinking a little bit too much, but working my way through it.
Hey, stop.
We're doing okay.
Stop it.
I'm trying.
Stop it.
I'm trying.
Get some help.
I am. I work my way through it every time I go through these little stints. Here's with the IQ, Trey.
Oh, thank you.
Man, I really got to get an IQ button, dog. Every time I think about it, I feel like I ain't get it, but
All right.
I don't remember the episode Momo said that in. Maybe I just have it recorded.
Just have it recorded.
Yeah.
Bro. So, my friends, by the way, IQ stands for interesting question. It means a question that I lost it. That we that is a random question that one person asks, the others don't know it, and then we answer it off the dome.
Right.
Which means we have to top of
I might go back to using Adobe Premiere Pro to edit the podcast.
Which one
Not liking the.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's that if I'm recording the podcast in ProRes, I can't really do much on DaVinci because I can't change the settings. So I'm like, I'll just throw it in.
Da
You know what I
Vinci
mean?
shit.
Yeah.
In my head, I was calling it Van Gogh.
Oh, that's close enough.
I was like,
It's one of them artists. But yeah, I think if you guys see the podcast change again on YouTube, it's because I'm going back to Premiere Pro. Maybe. Yeah, hit me.
he's feeling it out,
Yeah. I'm trying to see what works best.
If you had to pick a new name for yourself, what would you pick?
Maximus Decimus Brodius. Yeah, I can't tell you how long I've been thinking about this, by the way. A very
No
long time.
hesitation.
Zero hesitation, because that is the strongest name I've ever heard in anyone, anywhere.
No,
It was powerful.
There was a dude in our high school that had a very, very strong name. Trey, you remember him? He was in our team.
Rajiv Jagannath?
No, it was like a
That
very
sounds
strong,
sinister.
like a very
It does.
strong American name. It was Bryant Washington.
Oh, I remember Bryant.
Yeah.
Black guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
strong name.
Nah, Maximus Decimus Brodius just sounds like a legendary heroic name.
All right, I like these two.
And I'm going to go with Maximus Decimus
Honestly,
Brodius.
I kind of like my names.
Follower of the true leader Aurelius.
I kind of like my names. All seven
Yeah.
of them.
Huh?
Yeah, my full name is like 7 names.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
If anything, actually, I'd add one more. Somewhere. I'd add one more because I've always liked the last name Cienfuegos.
That's a fire name.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's a fire name.
That's pretty fantastic.
Cienfuegos is kind of fuego. I like it.
I haven't thought about it enough. I need to get some nice last names. But I've always loved the name Vincent, and I've also fallen in love with Ibrahim now. So
I've been
Ibrahim
called
is nice.
Vincent many times.
I like Vincent.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a cool name.
Not a Vincent.
I would never call you that.
I almost had a brother named Vincent, actually.
I like the name Vincent. It's nice.
Yeah, I almost
It's
had a brother
like
named
spicy.
Vincent. But yeah.
The two most misnomers for me is Vincent or Hector.
What? Actually, yeah, Victor.
I get it.
Victor.
I thought about it for a second. I'm like,
That works.
Victor, Hector. Yeah, someone could get it misconstrued.
Yeah.
Mine is classically just Chris.
Every
Every fucking time.
single
Without
person.
fail, by the way.
time.
Every single person I
Yeah.
know, bro. stays
Without
funny.
fail.
You tell them the difference like 5 times, and they're like,
Chris.
all right,
And what's
Chris,
crazy, I say
Chris.
my name very clearly. I
Cress.
clearly say Cress. So I don't know if they think like it's like an accent I have.
I think,
When I said the eh,
I think that's
instead
what they
of a e.
assume, bro. I think that's what they assume.
They
Because
probably assume it's an
It's-
accent, and they immediately reply to me, Chris. No noise, no background noise. Me to this person. My name is Cress.
okay, Chris. Anyways, I just want to.
Super facts. That's exactly how it
I've
goes.
seen it happen every time. Every person you meet,
They can't fathom that that's the name.
it,
so.
it blows my mind because
Yeah.
like you very distinctly make the
Very-
difference known.
Very much so.
And they're like, all right, Chris, thank you. I appreciate it.
Every time without fail.
Thanks for telling me the difference, Chris.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, and then the other simple ones because they're cute.
Wait,
Do
you
you
didn't
get-
answer it.
I did know Vincent Ibrahim.
Oh.
That's
He's
all
Al
I got.
Ibrahim,
They're
yeah,
simple.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
like Vincent Ibrahim. I don't know. I was throwing a Thaddeus because I've always loved that name.
Thaddeus. Boy, talk about the hood
I'll
name.
still be the third.
They made that name like a hood name, but I think it's a strong name.
Also,
Thaddeus is a strong
I'll throw
Thaddy.
I'll keep the third on there because
Yeah.
I can. Do you guys have a birthmark anywhere?
Yes, no.
Wouldn't
Yes,
you like
no?
to know?
I would. Yes. Where is it?
I don't
worry about
know.
it.
It's part of the IQ, bro. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if I have a birthmark.
We'll undress him
actually.
later. Don't worry. Anyways, I actually have a birthmark
Hey,
on my
it's
left
right here.
eye.
Yo.
Oh, God dang it.
Birthmark's right there on my forearm.
God dang it. Fine.
Oh, really?
We won't undress him later. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah, no, it's on his forearm. Yeah.
That's it.
False alarm.
Yep.
Why
Sorry.
you so disappointed that you couldn't get him undressed, dog?
All right. So, next
Hey,
one.
Hey,
Sus.
yo.
If humans,
Sus.
next question.
No one cares. It's Pride Month.
Excellent. Exactly.
Yeah,
Be proudful and
be proud.
proudful. Prideful.
Proudful.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one.
All
too.
right.
Yeah, apparently Pride's this weekend, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
If humans came with a warning label, what would it say?
Highly volatile.
Warning, no common sense.
What specifically would yours say?
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a good one. Now I gotta think. What would my warning label say?
Yours would be like an hours of operation.
It may vary.
It's only from like 11 to 1
Dude.
every day.
Jesus Christ.
Warning, low energy, cannot be around for too long. Yeah, that's the one. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah. Yeah, think about it.
I mean, obviously, everyone would have inflammable.
Yes. Flammable material.
I'd have like, I don't know, prone to spontaneous sound effects.
Mm. Interesting.
Also, like talking to myself, I guess. I don't know.
Using
That makes
their
sense.
hands and
Like spontaneous,
everything.
spontaneous
Yeah,
actions
flailing.
and sounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
spontaneous
Yeah.
flailing.
warning, prone to spontaneous noises and flailing.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Outbursts and flailing.
Outbursts,
There we go.
yeah.
This warning label has to sound dire.
Yeah,
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
Spontaneous outbursts and flailing.
yeah, yeah. Cannot be. Yeah, for me, it'd be cannot be around for too long. Low energy. Will shut down.
Makes
Well-
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Excellent. Three
Which I
more
think-
marks. We're slowly getting through this deck of cards.
yeah, I like it.
Wouldn't mind be. Totally be viewer discretion advice.
Oh man,
Cute.
well, what you showing people?
It's not even showing. It's just
Oh,
what I'm saying.
That birthmark.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we're over there.
I'm sorry.
Hey, yo.
I'm
You-
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
you
sorry.
doing
I'm sorry.
too? Where's my want button?
Just one more time, bro.
I don't know which one's the want.
Oh, sorry.
I'm about to find out.
My
Actually, no,
fault.
it's not connected. Never mind.
Awkward moments. So, guys, today our topic is on fights.
Or
And-
arguing.
and arguments
Yeah,
as well.
stuff like that.
It could be verbal, fights or physical
Altercations.
fights, altercations in general.
Conflict.
In general.
Conflict, yes.
Yeah.
Discrepancies.
Y'all been in a fight?
Absolutely.
Like physical?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Did you win?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, baby. I knew you would.
We
You know what I'm
were. That's not a fight. That's an arrest. Never mind.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, second one is too. Yeah. Anyways,
Yo.
yeah, fight in elementary, middle school, and then just those altercations. No, I haven't had
No,
need to be
yeah, I
a
remember some of those.
physical
I mean-
fight. Wait,
Salud.
Blessings.
you count like martial arts fights, like in a club?
We're talking about arguments, so it's not the same.
That's why I thought.
That's
That's,
an
why I didn't
honorable
mention.
fight.
That's why I didn't
Yeah.
mention them. Honorable
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, that's why I didn't mention them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No?
No fights that have needed to get to that
Resort
level.
to physical
Yeah, that's not necessary.
Oh,
altercation.
interesting. I fought my brother a lot when we were younger.
That makes sense.
I won a lot of those, by the way. Obviously, I was bigger.
That's fair.
Yeah. I used to fight him with like 2 fingers. I'm like, weak motherfucker.
All right, Itachi, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
On the forehead.
Yeah. Hit him with the, you know what I mean? Yeah. I used to
Okay.
fight him a lot, but like physical fights in school.
At school? No.
Nah, not
never-
necessarily.
Never at school.
Keith Hedges and
I mean, I
Jason
got
Swayze.
bullied a lot, so I wasn't much of a
how
fighter.
you dox
so-
people like
Ah,
that?
crap. Yeah. Bleep that out. Thanks.
Who?
No one at 26, 40.
And just doxing people.
I did. Yeah, I did.
But at
Bleep
school,
that
no,
out.
I never got into physical fights at school. Because I would lose the fight at home because my mom would beat my ass.
Oh, I got into a couple fights at Ren Fair, dude. Oh my god, how could I forget?
Oh, I remember that
Yeah,
the one
that's
time we
true.
had to kind of
That's true.
protect grandma.
Yeah, it was
But
that
you
fight.
didn't really get too physical with that one.
Nah, I just choked down the bastard and threw him
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground. And
As far as you use your sword, it'd been done to him.
yeah, no, I was literally armed, and I was
That's
like, "Well,
murder.
that's rude and murder."
That's not murder. You can hit him with a blood side.
that's dangerous.
You can hit him with the blood side of the
That's
sword.
mean. I feel
You're supposed to just threaten with the sword.
but yeah, the first one at fair was a dude who was robbing someone's car, and
What?
then
Come on.
I like saw him, I was like, "Hey, who are you?" And like it's right behind our encampment. It's Rob's car, and so like I see him, and I'm like,
They're
"God,
trying to steal Rob's car?
his wallet. They were trying to steal his wallet out of his car. And so they like opened his car, reached in. I'm like, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing?" And he like looked at me and started walking off. And I was like, "God, my God, this is our thing right now."
Wow.
So I started walking after him. And Jonathan was like 20 paces behind me, but didn't know what I was doing. So watch.
Yeah.
I started like walking after him. I'm like, "Yo, stop now." And he's like, all right. So he threw the wallet on the ground. But then like I saw cards like falling out of his pocket still. So I was like, all right, he's still holding stuff.
Yeah.
So then I ran after him and I tackled the crap out of him. And
Nice.
then he was reaching his pocket. And I realized later on they was pulling out a pen, so it could have been a dangerous situation.
Right.
Mhm.
But I just put my knee on his arm, and then I'm just heavy because I'm tall. So
Yeah.
I ain't really a fight, guys. I just tackled some robber guy.
Yeah.
And the second dude, like that was legit. Yeah, like a fist was thrown or two, but it's not a fight, guys. Like that is a grapple, if you will,
Altercation.
A tussle.
a tussle. Yeah, a tussle. Not even
So
a
now
grapple.
yeah.
you've never been
A
in like a
tussle.
full on like
Nah, dude.
Like hands straight
Hands.
up.
Nah, not like we're swinging at it and hoping outside of middle school. Nah, I never needed it in high school.
oof.
I didn't really get on that point. I never got to that level. No one.
No.
I had Taekwondo in high school. That's about it.
Would there be any like situations where you would think, all right, I need to fight?
Family, defense of family, friends,
Yeah.
or self.
That's the only one that matters, right?
That's really it, man. Family, friends, or self.
No.
Items like if you step through this door, I'm shooting you.
Yes.
So
Once again, this is not the house.
you lost. And realistically, bro, if I'm outside and I'm threatening it, I'm standing my ground.
Yeah.
I'm proud Second Amendment supporter. So like,
Yeah.
like like if it's a fisticuffs and we're like in a bar brawl, reasonable. Oh, come brothers, we have a brawl to go.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Second dude's like, beat it, pulls out a knife, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm not trying to die.
Right.
A brawl, cute, nice,
That's
friendly.
when you take your bottle and break it.
That's when,
Yeah.
that's when you got to defend yourself. Luckily, I'm packing, so
Yeah.
and I
true.
started blasting. So, anyways, like, sorry, but like, yeah, nah, dude, I got a reason for that.
I
Like,
feel you.
high school, it was not necessary for me.
Yeah. That's
College.
useless, right?
we broke.
Who
Fam, we're
fights
trying,
in college?
that's what we're trying to get through college, bro. Like,
Broke people.
Nobody.
and
I've never seen a
drunkards
fight in
and
college.
drunkards,
Usually-
drunkards and broke
Usually people under the influence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Parties and crap, but at that
Yeah,
point,
there are like some frat boys trying to prove
that's
something.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the only real reason, and now I got time for that. So
Yeah. Same.
I just and like,
Nowadays.
you know,
And when I was younger, I'd fucking.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, I used to
trying to tell y'all Victor's outside.
yeah,
When I was younger, I'd fucking light up in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
that's fair. I used to box with my cousin Jacob.
But
I don't think you know him, but
That was me being young and stupid.
yeah, that's fair though. But we're kids, dude. What do you expect? People are gonna be boys will be boys.
That's not a valid argument.
It's not valid at all. Guys. Don't believe that.
Don't do that.
But nah, dude, masculinity was extraordinarily toxic and still is, and always has been. So yeah, fighting was kind of just a thing. And if you are in anywhere that may have the word hood or ghetto associated with it, it will happen to come more often.
Which, to be clear, does not only mean black people live there.
It does not, for the record.
Ghetto is not associated only with black people.
Indeed.
For the record.
I need to do a whole.
Well,
We need to do a whole podcast.
Yeah,
on
for
that, bro.
real.
I'm about that life.
Yeah. Would you defend? Would you like fight with me if I started a fight unnecessarily?
It's always going to be situational, but more often than not, because I know who you are, I probably would just automatically jump in.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. Like,
Yeah. Same.
realistically.
I don't know, maybe not me. Don't do me.
No. Like,
No,
again,
like
no,
for Chris, I understand.
Again-
if he was actually just gonna start swinging, it would be for an actual
Again-
legitimate,
Yeah.
like
It
throw
is
my
situ-
white
yeah.
glove at you
it
reason.
is situational.
Yeah.
I 1,000% agree.
Yeah.
But also with you, I've never seen you fight. So I still feel, as much as you're like, calm down. I've never seen you get into a reason that
exactly.
It'd be the same. It'd also be like all right, we actually have to turn on the ratchet button. Like, that's just what we gonna do right now. All right, I see you.
Come on, baby. We still.
All right, let's go.
I mean, we still hit adjacent.
That's what I'm saying. We there though. All right, so I feel you, and I'm there. Ride or die.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure what's his name. Riker, Nishad, and Rutherford, and Daniel Charlotte are pretty much all also on the same boat.
Right.
Where like they're swinging.
Yeah.
Like if they see any of us swinging, they're like, all right, I see hands need to be thrown at this moment.
Right.
Thanks. Hey, Dad, how's it going? And then hands will be thrown. Yeah. So that's just how it be, man.
You know.
My God, we need to get my dad on this podcast. He's dealt with some fisticuffs.
Oh, hey, come sit down when you get a second.
Yeah,
bro.
please, we insist.
No, I mean, that's not funny you brought up Nishad because me and him used to get into some shit back in high school.
Man's a soul, bro. Yeah, he was asking for it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
There's a few people.
He went through some things.
For me, it's a little weird. It's different because I don't fight. So if I were to get into a fight, it's something super serious. Like someone really fucked with my honor, or I'm really have to protect someone.
Indeed.
Because I don't really, these hands, they're not for everybody. Like some people say. These hands are only for protection. I don't really be throwing them around like that. Because one, I don't want to, I do my best to have zero encounters with the police. Right? No encounters with police is like a good life for me. And two, I really don't want, I think fighting like physically is like the weakest form of an argument. Come on, bro. Come chill.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, come sit down. We're talking about fighting. It's interesting. Yeah, come here, go sit down. I thought it'd be fun if you learn. But yeah, so it'd have to be like a serious argument for me to actually fight. Oh, be careful. And like if there's no real reason, I don't need to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Just grab the mic, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it.
And then talk into right here.
Talking to the side. You can lift it up if you want. Yeah, lift
you
it
can
up.
carry it with you.
Yeah, lift it up.
All right. And there you go.
Loosen that up. You can lift it up. You're a tall man.
Man, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hold that and then just tighten that.
All right.
I will
there you go.
Do that thing later.
Yeah, we'll do that
Make
later.
it pretty.
Yeah, we'll do it. We don't care about that. Ed,
What's you buying?
what's the legitimate reason that you've gotten into a fight? Like a physical altercation.
I had a different role, but mostly
That's true.
it depends. Family first.
That's true.
Someone touched one of my family members.
Yep.
Got in a lot of fights over that.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got older into the quote unquote rite of passage stage,
Right.
I can't say the age, maybe 13, 14, 15.
Right. We had to be the man of the house.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. Is you become stupid. You're trying to prove a point. First, you start off honorable, and I'm taught do it for your family. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then you become stupid. You take pride in it.
Yeah. I get it.
But,
So, did you win a lot of fights? You're a pretty big dude.
yeah, I wasn't big then. I was really skinny.
Yeah.
But not all my fights are honorable. They were not honorable. I fought to win, and I didn't fight in the sense of, I'm this cool guy, whatever. I fought because I was scared. I was just scared. It was fear. I always say that was fear.
Interesting.
When you go outside, you're afraid of what'll happen, and you want some kind of consistency. We didn't have guns and all of that. When you're young, 13, 14, and then you ride into 14, 15. So I was just always scared.
Yeah. Let's say you're 20 years old and you get into the kind of like an altercation. Would you rather talk it down or would you rather fight at that age?
Depending on the situation.
I see.
When I was in the military, when they said something to my sister, I dropped them.
Got to.
It.
Yeah.
Then we have our honor code. If another platoon or something like that will fight there, then you got it's different reasons.
Right.
If you're talking about general stuff, the foundation is going to be one thing: fear.
Yeah.
It's fear. The only thing that can rival fear is just when it's my duty.
Yeah.
Daddy said.
Yeah.
someone attack your sister, you go at them. Someone do this, you know. Your mama, they coming at your mama. You know, I better be dead before my mama's dead. So
interesting.
You know, you keep the code.
See, I never had that type of training or that type of lesson teaching. I've always been kind of a calmer person. So if anything, any altercation came up, I do my best to talk my way out of it. I kind of learned to give myself the gift of gab in that sense, to where I talk my way out of like any like situation that may become, you know, argumentative or that may become physical. I don't really dabble in fighting like that.
I completely understand and feel you, but as you see my father and know my father and know how he talks and speaks, I of course want to grow up with that influence and like that understanding of like life and how people realistically are going to be.
Right.
So like I have your understanding, but I also know the second that the line is crossed, you need to answer it with maximum efficiency.
Right.
There is no like, well, he did this, so like we're going to kind of dabble. Maybe we can still talk. No. There is a point to talk, and like I am doing that as much as possible, but there are certain points where like, nah, a line has been crossed. I'm going to answer it with maximum efficiency. And like, it's not me saying, well, you go shoot everyone. No. But I am saying, like, if a person has an issue, like you said, if a person has an issue with my sister, and they're talking, that's neat. Say you talk all day long. The second they're like, hey, I'm gonna go and do that, I see that hands need to be thrown. It's not not a talking. The second they feel like
there's no debate on that.
You know, they feel like they need to now get physical. I see that you want hands thrown your way. And that's just what it is. Yeah. But the truth of the matter also comes down to the fact that we are in the 21st century. Guns exist. The second you understand and realize the capabilities of your enemy at that point, not opponent, your enemy. Opponent is when you can still talk them down. Opponent is when there's something to learn from each other. Enemy is when they've crossed that line. And you've gone to a point where you're my enemy now. You should not have gotten to this point. You should have realized that I was being reasonable. Okay. Like,
I was being reasonable, but
but now I see.
Yeah, you crossed the line, and now I got to drop you.
And like that, and I don't know. To me, that doesn't make me a bad person. Or a person that's I feel like that. Well, I feel like ultimately, instinctually, like, that's why something like the Second Amendment exists. Because we know that if a criminal can get a certain level of armament, we need to be able to match that to defend ourselves.
I see.
That is how I feel about it.
But that's another reason why I would say I'm not much of I'm not quick to fight, because you also don't know what people are holding.
Sure.
So
that's why you have to be ready to defend yourself with maximum efficiency.
Right, but that's when you decide you're going to fight. But for me, the line of defense is I'm not interested in fighting. I'm interested in preserving my life.
I don't want to get to that level.
The maximum way to do that is to not engage with you in any type of argument, any type of because small things I could let go. Someone cut me off, I let that go. Whatever. You know, I get mad for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? And let that go.
No grand scheme.
You know what I'm saying? But there's some people that can't do that. That they'll chase you down.
No.
And they'll try to cut you right back off, you know, and then that rage just kind of builds up in their head. The only time I get really mad is when people play with my life. Right? So if like for some reason maybe I'm crossing the street and the car doesn't stop, or it's like has to hit on brakes, I'm like, what the fuck? Then I'm like, now you I have to survive. My life's in jeopardy. Now I got to put your life in jeopardy. Put my life in jeopardy. You know, so that's the only time where I would think like, all right, I'm gonna have to, you know, throw hands or something like that. But for the most part, you don't know what anybody has. You don't know what people got on them. So I don't really engage people in nonsense to say. But when my life is in jeopardy, or someone I love life in jeopardy, or someone's honor has to be, you know, defended, then
listen, like you freaking crazy dude across the street, dude. Like we have been in situations where Victor and I are both like, let's get that thing, bro. We don't know what's happening over there, and we're not trying to be caught unawares. We're not trying to be caught in some crossfire. We're not trying to be over here like, well, it won't get that bad. Suddenly comes knocking on the door. Help, I need help. And we get shot up. Not going to happen. We are going to be prepared for the worst while hoping for the best. That is like what we got to be. You know, I don't know if that's a like minority thing, but like that's what we got to do. Like,
I wonder if that's an American ideal where we always kind of prepare ourselves for the worst. You think if we were in another country, we would still have the same mindset? Obviously, it's a speculation because you can't
I think you still have that mindset. Individualism is the mindset in America, and it separates what it means to like prepare and like, guys, we have to prepare for something. In America, it's me and my family need to prepare. Right. In a lot of other countries, it's our community needs to prepare.
Right.
For the worst, but still be optimistic, keep our culture, teach our history, but also we should build a bomb shelter.
Yeah.
But also we should know that like nature and other humans can attack us.
Yeah.
That's why like walls were built around cities in the past.
I see.
It was because they knew they needed to defend themselves if they want to be prosperous and appreciate their peace.
And what do you think, Eric?
I think
I ran on that.
Yeah. No, you gave me a lot to think about. Fighting is intimate and it's personal.
Right.
There's a discipline in it, and that helps a lot in the sense of, I think I've already told you all about this. Red, yellow, green. Green is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow is cautious. And then red, no matter what you act. And once you determine, it must be quantifiable. Daddy would always say, what is the thing that crossed the line? Whenever that line is crossed, just go into action. Don't stop.
Right.
Don't stop. Don't think. You go into action.
Go.
And then you go back to what my son was saying, supreme, the highest action possible. So now I also try to decide whether you're going to, is it deadly force? Am I trying to kill him or what? And that depends.
Which is tricky, especially in Florida.
Nah.
It's tricky in Florida. Because remember that lady just got 20 years for like shooting in the air to get rid of the dude who was like harassing her.
Absolutely.
Or whatever.
Well, that was a mistake. What off? You don't do
weird.
Warning shots.
It's tricky.
Sadly,
maybe she wasn't.
That
she
is
didn't
a
go
law.
all the way and think about. I don't want to kill this person. I just want this person to leave
That's
me alone.
because she hasn't been taught. I'm not saying military training or whatever. Yeah. One of the things. Whoa. Let me preface this real quick. As a father, different fathers teach different ways.
That's true.
There we go.
Yeah.
It is nothing against her if she has not been taught to do something a certain way.
Right.
Where I came from, it was different.
Yeah.
Hence, as I said before, it's personal, it's intimate, and it's selfish. You must have all three of those when you go into a fight.
Right.
And you can kind of feel when it's about to start. As long as you know when to draw the line in the sand, that line is, when I was young, mine used to be, if you touch me, because that was the easiest way that, that'd go, have you online. Mine is like, if you touch me.
It's done, though.
In the beginning, I'll go, oh, you say anything about, my mama, my daddy and stuff. And people are always indecisive. So when you meet someone that's indecisive, the decisive one usually wins. Because they already know I'm going to go into a fight. They know I'm going to go do this. So when I started having mine going, yo, you were here? I'll go, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Any touch at that point, I just go into action. And it's usually the first punch, fight, or whatever. Because I'm interested in winning.
Bet you won't touch him.
Yeah.
Bet you won't touch him.
But you see that all the time.
Yo, the people are there, though,
and then someone will allow them to touch them. And when they do that and don't push back, you've already called it punk card.
Dunzo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's punk card. But you find that one that if you touch, whoop, you got that quick slap. You're like, whoa, I'm not touching him no more.
Yeah.
But by then, whenever you start a fight, depending on where mine was street fights. Whenever you start a fight in a street fight, I always try to break a bone.
Interesting.
I would try to break a bone. I would try to break something. Because that's a quick way to know the fight is going to end. If I can break a rib, break a hand, break an arm, I try to break a bone as fast as I can, grab a brick. I always want to think, I don't fight fair. In the
street fighting.
In the pit
How could you
fights,
fight
we
fair?
fight fair.
Yeah.
But outside of pit fight, in a street fight, real street fight, I'm literally fighting to win.
You can't fight fair.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to fight fair. Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
Literally win.
I get it.
Weapons is a whole nother cup of tea.
Yeah, that's
though.
another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that
for sure.
I would not recommend anyone use weapons to show off.
No. Because even I know from going to pull the trigger of a gun, like in public or anywhere outside of like a firing range, I better be ready to kill something. Because if you pull the trigger, it has to be absolute. Because
and
you can't
kill
warning
the same
shots.
way.
Especially in Florida, warning shots don't exist. In here, so.
That feeling with like lethal weapons is, and that's always been a thing.
Yeah.
When you had swords, like if you unsheath your blade, know that it must be bloody. Like you have to be ready to use it. That's always been an idea of when people know that you wield lethality. Like
right.
But it's interesting. I don't know, just in different cultures, how they go through phases of deciding. Yes, all our citizens can brandish a weapon as needed. Some will say no weapons at all are allowed. I've always thought it was extremely interesting that across the globe there is an extreme gray area of should each person be armed, should they not be armed, what is the age of being armed. That conversation is always interesting to me because it's arbitrary. It really is arbitrary. It is completely made up by what we hope is the right age to decide to arm our children and ourselves. I don't know when the right age is, but I know that
5, 6,
right? I don't know. Needing to defend yourself is a permanent thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you walk a mentor, which is what I always recommend. When you're real young, you always tell your kids we used to do pins with a rubber band. Put pens and pencils with a rubber band. Start there. Then you move up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get a gun until 13, 12, 13, maybe 14 years old. Yeah.
Interesting.
Outside of that,
yeah,
you can do pins wrapped up, which I did. I did that in the military.
Yeah.
Pins wrapped up.
Interesting.
You get to a point where you carry a little blade.
No, but again, though, even with that, though, there are it's still conversations on the news where there are families that are like, yeah, my little kid at 8, 6, 4, 5 years old, I'm teaching him how to use a rifle already. I let him use a shotgun, but I feel you. Again, it's all arbitrary.
Right.
I agree.
I don't know. Like, because I feel you. You should slowly ease them into it. And like one of the most important things he taught me, a gun is simply a tool. The same as a hammer, an axe, a whatever. Just a tool. But it just has a very specific use.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Very absolutely.
It's for taking a life.
Yeah.
There's reasons and purposes for doing that, though.
Right.
And you need to know them and be comfortable with the fact that those purposes are simply real.
Yeah.
Defense, survival.
I'm gonna find this thread I saw on Twitter. It was just a thread of a bunch of people who own over like 20 guns. There's someone who had like 88 guns, someone had like 42 guns. There's like a 15-year-old who had like 32 guns by the time.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just some thoughts I wanted from you, Ed. You can say if you want, Ed, or you can go relax on you. You just came from work.
So I'm good. No, I spent some time. I haven't been on that in a while.
Bad.
And there's definitely I can speak on.
I'm sure.
Topics I can speak on.
And we were talking about, I mentioned road rage earlier. How well do you guys deal with that? Victor?
I don't. Nowadays, that is the point where I'm at the angriest.
Really?
Ever.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Because you know what? Driving is so dangerous.
Especially down here in Florida. And this goes hand in hand with what Chris said earlier. Like, if you're playing with my life, I just get irrationally angry.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna save 3 seconds, or you're gonna put both of our lives in danger just to save 3 seconds.
Right. And
I'm like, that's when there's been times where I've just been stewing in my car, getting ready to get out.
I found that amazing when I came down here. One, you all use literally a highway.
Yeah.
And two, when I started seeing on the news road rage where people were shooting each other.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Down here?
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wait, there wasn't a drug deal?
No.
Just a gang war? It was
road you changed into my lane.
This is real. I'm like, this is real.
Yeah.
Man, you driving a car, they're like, man, we'll get, it's real.
Yeah. It is one of my negative points.
That's
but
hilarious.
When it comes to road rage, that is when I am at the angriest.
And I understand it. I
don't have road rage, actually. Sadly, I'm not even proud to say
in a truck that's this high.
No, in a truck.
Try it still. Let's see if you have the same tone after you drive my car for a while.
Drive me out.
I sat in the passenger seat of that thing. I was like, I am under vehicles. How are we here? How do you even see around you? I don't even understand, dude. In the truck, I'm just like, excellent.
Let's see if you sing the same tune after driving the Miata for a month.
But listen, dude, that gas efficiency though, compared, like, my God, dude, $100 to fill up the truck. We're not going to talk about that.
Right.
Anyways, but yes, I feel you.
Yeah, but you don't have that issue, Trey, because you're like 2 inches shy of a monster truck.
I will say though, I get like legitimate anxiety when it rains. Like I'm because
you get anxiety.
Because like I've spun out 3 times now.
Yeah,
and so like
you never want to drive in the Miata.
Terrifying.
Right.
There's days where I'm driving.
I would not even drive.
No, I don't spin. I
can you low to the ground.
I can drive, bro.
Look at Oh yeah, I remember Shell told me about that one time.
Listen,
yeah,
we were all in the situation, right? The road was under construction, so there's a little lip. Okay, to just bump over the lip.
Okay.
And then,
when you were like switching lanes.
Yes, it was when I was switching lanes.
Yeah, because it bumped down.
Yes, where it's like Spanish River over there.
Comes
over. You would have a heart attack.
Yeah,
you would have a heart attack.
I know I would. And I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't because I wouldn't drive it. Okay,
I mean,
would you or can you tell us what actually was going on in your mind when it happened?
Yes.
Did you blink out?
No, I was very conscious, and I'm very conscious in the situation.
Adrenaline's
actually
pumping.
Yeah, like I was actually very conscious of what was happening, and like holding. Mom, she freezes. All right, I'll tell you right now. She freezes up. She freezes up in any form of instantaneous worrisome situation.
Which is the worst for an accident.
Then, directly after it, all right, she will motor valve. She's like, "Listen, are you okay? Look, you can pull over. Maybe we should get back in the lane." I'm like, "Stop talking."
Yeah.
For 4 minutes.
We're alive.
We are alive, and I've stopped moving. We're not in the lane anymore. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and
let me just celebrate.
Yeah, for sure. Celebrate life.
We're alive now. Now we can plan to calmly merge back onto the road.
God.
Right.
But nah, dude. Anyways, neither of us are happy being in the situation, and absolutely. Yeah, like we are in a actual ton of metal moving at between 40 and 60 miles an hour. More than a ton.
Yeah.
And you have to hope that the other 1,000 human beings around you, which are going through 1 billion different possible life scenarios, aren't angry, sad, depressed, or blind, or old, or dying, or too young, or drunk, or high, or on anything else, and accidentally go 3 feet over into your lane, which kills you and everyone around you. Like, oh, no, I have been thinking too much existential thought about driving lately. And legitimately, I'm scared every time I get behind the wheel now. I'm trying to work through it. But like, I am legitimately a bit scared of driving right now. I'm working through it though.
Well, to be fair,
working through it though.
Your fear isn't misplaced, but it's good to be cautious when you're on the road because every time you enter a car, you risk dying.
Every single time,
no matter how far you're going, you can be going 3 minutes away. You risk dying every time. And we do this without thinking.
Just turning the vehicle on, you are causing explosions and hoping that they can cause propulsion to move you in a direction. What?
Pistons fire. Listen,
sorry, I'm just saying.
Right. Pistons fire is flammable gas.
They're dangerous.
Inside the car.
Engine, yes.
Yeah. We get it. If you're thinking about it too much,
sorry.
When you think about it too much, you end up like that.
Sorry.
I see.
Yeah. It's a form of psychosis.
No, it's very dangerous. And I'll tell you what. When I was when I was in college, we were going me and my brother in the car. I think we were going to school. I went to Palm Beach State. He went to FAU at the time. And we were going onto Federal. We made a right onto Federal. And I didn't see out of my periphery because I didn't have the blindside mirrors on my car at the time. It was like the 98 Corolla, you feel me? And I didn't see a truck coming, so we kind of cut him off. Not on purpose. We just didn't see him. He was so fucking pissed. It was in the morning. He was so pissed.
Riding your ass, honking.
Well, he was riding our ass, and then he switched lanes and cut us off. And then we switched lanes. He's, all right, whatever. You got it's like whatever you got. You get back. He switched lanes again to cut us off.
Of course. No, he ain't letting you go for it. He's like, he's ruining your morning now.
And then he pulled up to the side of us. He put his arm out. He's like, come on. And I'm like, what's he doing? Why is he so mad about this? So... And then I think when he got to his turn, he finally decided, to turn. But everywhere we went, he cut us right back off.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, if I would, like, if it was
yellow zone,
I'm telling you right now, if it was in a different car, I would have fought him back.
Dude, I'll say right now, I'm not gonna lie,
because my brother told me like, don't do nothing. Don't go crazy.
I will say hilariously though, like, no, me and my mom don't have road rage, but. When she was younger, I will say maybe perchance possibly my mom might have been a person who was on the road and could harbor rage, depending on the person who duped us. And so like there was a person like that who like cut us off.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, cool, we'll comfortably go around. They did it again. And mom was like, that's good enough for me. We chased that much up and down.
What?
Off the exit, about 8 roads past. We pulled up again. I don't remember if mom had a diaper. I was too young to remember. But she was like, just pulled it up, let the window down. Was like, this is a warning. Be better. We just, bro, like,
I totally agree.
But like again, okay, it was back in the day, you know, or phone cameras everywhere. So you can make a point. All right, is all I'm saying.
Right.
Like, you know, beat it. Like there's times when you just gotta bust out a knife and shake it up every now and then.
I see.
I do that shit too.
I was just saying, yeah.
No,
let him.
You know how I felt about the one there where they hit the back of the car.
So it was a whole family gathering. Me, mom, dad, both sisters, all driving to DeLand, and there's a dude.
Unfortunate.
Dude was drunk.
Totally drunk.
Driving behind us, rammed into us. I didn't realize it, but my jacket was in like behind my head seat, and that's where my jacket was.
You did all right.
And so he hit our car, glass through the car, and sisters were like, "Oh my god!"
Glass came up
because he hit the back of our car, so the windshield broke. Me and my two sisters.
Was this Navigator?
No, it was a Chrysler.
Car.
Oh, the Chrysler.
Yeah, so me and the two sisters
God.
are in the back. Glass flies everywhere. We're freaking out, and he goes around us, starts speeding off, and we're like, nah. Chase this man. So we chase him down, go several miles, go off the edge. Oh my God. Bro, this ain't no James Bond, bro. Cops, bro. So mom's calling the cops. We're telling them where the guy's going. We're chasing him down. We chase him off the exit. We go through like 4 or 5 major intersections, get down some back roads. Finally, the cops get there. Go around us and stop the guy. No, they don't pit maneuver. He doesn't spin out, but they do stop the guy finally. And he's basically some freaking Poe bumpkin who has like nothing but hit us and was just drunk while he was driving.
Wow.
And that was frustrating as crap. And my God, all of our spines were like in a lot of soreness and pain after that. But we're alive. And we didn't fishtail or anything, which is blessed, man.
Wow.
Blessed.
One of the things for me, when we were doing it, that hit the red zone for me. And
because your family's in the car,
right?
Dude.
Yeah.
When I was in the car, immediately I wanted to do worse.
Oh, listen.
I learned the power, definitely the beauty of
if Brittany and
my
Brianna were in
family.
the car, we would advocate that. Me and mom would advocate for worse.
Yeah,
but
pit maneuver, take him out of the car.
Bing, bang, boom, move on, and we're done.
I think it goes
We're
back
not
to what you were
advocating
talking
for that.
about earlier. If I didn't have my family with me, it would have been worse because I was red zone.
Yeah.
And Shell was, screaming when I, did that. And
I remember.
if it weren't for them,
Yeah,
things would have been
It would have
worse.
been different.
And
Yeah.
that's where you family and someone like a rational mind like you, definitely with my son and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It turned out better
Then it might
than
have
if you
turned
would have caught
before.
me alone.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I love having family.
Good to know.
I do.
It's kept you alive. It's kept you alive, apparently.
Not
him out of
me
trouble.
alive,
Yeah.
but
Kept him out of trouble.
Yes.
there we go.
And life flowing.
No,
there we
I'm
go.
gonna tell
so
you, Trey.
your approach is not bad.
Yeah.
What's up, Victor?
No, I was going to tell you in the Miata, anytime it's raining and I'm driving home, obviously sometimes I drive a little too fast
It's a Miata,
driving
dude.
home. And you can feel it losing traction in the steering wheel. You can feel it.
Wow.
You can feel it because it's so light.
Yeah.
And if you're going really fast, you hit like
Light puddle.
you go like
puddle. Yeah.
You,
Super
you,
light.
you can feel it in the steering wheel. You can see like your traction control like flaring up. Like
Yeah.
See, I've always
Warning.
had heavy vehicles,
Warning.
the navigators and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's weird. If it's light, aren't you afraid? I mean,
Oh no, yes.
No.
I mean, you can still
I have
control
to.
it pretty well. It's a small
You
car.
can.
It's close to the
it's
ground.
very agile. But
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I've had
how
a lot
agile
of
it is.
driving experience, even like extreme driving
Mhm.
experiences, to where like if it's light rain, like one of these like big ass intersections is clear, no one's around. I whip the tail out sometimes.
Yeah.
so you know how to handle hydroplaning.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Wow.
yeah. Sometimes I take turns.
Wow.
Sometimes I take turns when no one's around. Like late at night, I just kick out the back end and just.
Vroom. Yep. That's what it's for, kind of. You should be able to do
You're
that.
better man than me.
Yeah. Don't drive in bad situations, guys.
Avoid road rage.
We do not advocate for fighting, beating up, bullying, poor driving,
especially not in South Florida. You will get shot.
Brandishing weapons.
You will get shot.
Don't pit crew people.
Everyone has one.
Yeah, you will try to avoid road rage if possible. How good you guys are debating?
Debating?
How's your debate? Like logically arguing a point.
I love doing that, and I'm ready for literally any point in time for.
Like you tried to argue about debate. Marvel's.
That was just messing around, bro. That's me just being biased.
No, that's just us being advocates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That straight was just like I just love the Marvel movies, and I love and really stand how important they are. Like I will forever say, Endgame was the greatest cinematic achievement humanity has
We're not
ever
doing the
done.
Marvel thing.
Sorry, so moving on.
We're not doing the Marvel thing.
Do you consider
they don't pay us,
but anyways,
a fight?
Yeah.
How do you split things? Okay. How do you split those up?
Sure. Yeah, it's like a mental sport, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a fight. Yeah.
Then there are rules to it. It's a mental sport.
Right.
Because there's roasting and speaking crudely and just calling names to just try and hurt a person with words.
Right.
Which, again, that's then not a mental sport. It's a mental attack where you're just trying to hurt the person mentally. Yeah. Instead of we are choosing the rules to actually progress the conversation towards something, even if we don't agree, aggressively agree, you know?
Yeah. So I don't debate things for people because I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just lazy, but I don't always I don't like trying to convince people of things that they don't want to understand. Right.
Well, no one likes that.
Because it seems to me like a waste of time.
Right.
Because if I know something I know to be true or that I believe to be true, I'm not going to waste my time trying to like convince you if you're dedicated to not even
but see, that's learning about what I'm saying. The person has to be open to it.
That's another thing.
That's what's important.
Have you ever debated with someone and then you change your mind?
Yeah.
Yes, I've done that. Not often, definitely not often. And like, there are definitely situations where I've tried to talk to someone and they're like, "Look, man, there's just nothing you're going to say that's going to change my mind." I'm like, "Then why are we talking? Right. What was the purpose? Yeah. Why even get riled up in the first? Start with that. Yeah. Start with, hey, by the way, nothing you say is going to change my mind. I just want to tell you that you're wrong. All right, cool. I know to not give a crap about this conversation instead of an hour-long. I thought was a debate where I was presenting evidence on something, and they're like, "No, I just don't agree because here's nothing. You just don't believe." I'm like, "That's not what we're talking about. That's a different." But I feel you. Yeah, they have to be open to it.
You ever argue or debate with people on social media?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's one of my main things to ever do.
No, whoa.
I think that's my biggest waste of time, actually.
I've been significantly better about it. And hilariously, it died out right after Obama's run and Trump's run. Almost no one is having extreme debates on social media anymore. We had Obama. Everyone became a political advocate out of nowhere.
Yeah. Everyone knew everything.
Either he was the Antichrist, he was absolute trash, destroying terrorist, destroying our country. Yeah. Absolutely the worst scum of the earth somehow infiltrated our government. Right. Apparently. Then right after that, we get Trump, where again, everyone's like, this should be the response to someone like Obama. And then everyone's trying to defend for years why it was such a terrible experience. The man leaves office. Everyone's like, oh, no, he was actually just trash the whole time. There's no positives here. He was actually just trash the whole time. And all of a sudden, every single one of these people is like gone. They're just secretly scurrying to his random meetings and like faction group me's or whatever. It's nonsense, dude. And now all of a sudden, political
bro.
Yeah.
Go to Woolbright every Thursday afternoon.
That's true.
Trust me.
They're there.
They're on the bridge.
They're still there.
Is there a way to bring these
little
groups
pockets
together?
What do you mean?
Like the people debate each other?
What do you mean?
No, like, do you mean like for like the Trump supporters? Like, because for them the issue is they've been indoctrinated to the point that like they need
it's a false
specific like therapy. Each one of them needs specific therapy.
This is why today's day and age of like politics like is so wild to me because
it's disgusting.
There's just this view that there's two sets of truth. Ever since that alternative facts fucking speech, that is like one of the most detrimental speeches I've ever been
said. That was one of the worst, man.
And it's funny when you say like, oh, these people are indoctrinated. I've heard people on the other side that think the same way about
Democrats are liberals.
The same thing about you. Like,
the libtards.
Each side thinks both of them, each other side has been indoctrinated and like blah 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 blah. And they just have. I'm just not saying for both sides, not just one. Like both sides.
There's good people on both sides. I understand. Okay.
There's also crazy ass people on both sides.
Exactly. Right. Thank you. I completely agree. Like there are people who are so woke that they have reverted to the other side of the spectrum and now do racist things without knowing it. Like, I forgot what it was. There's a video. He went to California, asked some kids, why do you think black people are having a hard time? But, well, black people are, they just don't know how to get blah, blah, blah. And then he goes to the black neighborhood and he's like, do you guys know how to get your voting IDs? And they're like, it's just annoying. I know how to get it, though. I actually have one right here. Yeah, why? What's the problem? And so they're so woke that they're overlooking actual facts of the matter, and they're just jumping at the go-to matter.
No one looks at facts.
And then one of the things I don't like about the social media debates and the arguments is like a lot of the times it just devolves into some petty shit.
Yeah.
Petty shit.
Yeah, super petty shit.
And that petty shit is just a discredit to like the actual argument or the point being put forward.
Right.
Like out of all these things, you want to argue about this dude's fucking choice of like whatever.
Yeah. The word choice.
Yeah. Word choice or like brand of fucking clothing.
Right.
Because the designer happens to be like this racist against blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm like, it's not, you're wasting good points.
Right.
And just piggybacking off of an actual narrative.
Yeah.
To just be petty.
Right. I understand that and I agree with that, which is why I don't argue with people on there. The thing is, like, I read people's arguments, though. A lot of people, like, put their heart and soul into this shit. And
it's important to read them.
Oh, listen.
But the thing is, I'm like, this person is hell-bent on not understanding you. Why are you wasting your time? Because the thing is, it's hard to convey tone through text. It's hard to convey real meaning through text.
A lot of misunderstandings.
There's a lot of context.
Complete misunderstandings. Yeah. It's hard to convey context through text.
Yeah, I don't argue on social media.
It's so hard. It's so stupid. I don't argue at all. If someone says something, I'm like, all right, bro, peace.
Yeah. I think like the most frustrating, probably the most frustrating thing I've ever really heard or had to come to the understanding of then deal with when it came to like political arguments is like, if you ever actually start having the really good points, they will divert to going, well, why don't you just run for office then? And the issue with that, why aren't you in politics then? Yeah. And like the issue when that happens is,
I'm 14.
That's first and foremost. That's like the main thing. Like, I'm actually legally too young to do anything. Secondarily,
I'm not a citizen.
What they're really saying is stop whatever you are doing. Stop your pursuit of happiness. Stop your pursuit of liberty. Stop your pursuit of whatever your life was. And specifically, you need to lead the entire faction of people who are going to change Earth. And if you don't do that, obviously, your viewpoint isn't actually.
But even
up,
then, getting in politics isn't even like the real way to get things done. To be
sadly, it's not. You need to be a landowner.
Politics has so many obstacles to get through to even get an idea across. Because then everyone in that motherfucker has to agree with your ass. And 100%, not all of them will agree with your ass.
Nope.
More than half will probably disagree.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get shit through. So when they ask, that's why it kills me when they ask presidential candidates, what can you do for this people? I'm like, nothing. They can't do anything for you.
I can't do nothing.
You have to do for yourself because they can't target one specific group.
No. It's local
That's not
voting.
How politics work.
Local voting is what matters more than anything, man. Like, it's nice to vote for presidents. It makes us all feel good and like we could pick a side. But it's really our local votes that are affecting a lot of the things that are going on.
Vote for your city manager. Vote
local
for
officials.
Vote for your what was it? Starts with a C.
Congress?
No, not Congress. Not commissioners.
Consigliere?
What?
Possibly.
What are you talking about?
Is it like a sound?
Council members.
Council members. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
thought we said that, my guy.
No, you didn't say council.
Awkward moments.
Yeah, vote for your council members, the governor, stuff like that. That's what you really need to be voting for because they don't even affect you directly. They affect everything around you.
Constituents.
Which in turn affects you.
I like that one.
So vote for everyone that affects things around you. That's what makes sense.
Indeed.
When he asked the president what he's gonna do for black people, he ain't gonna do shit for black people. We can't do shit.
People
for
keep
black
asking
people.
that, and I don't think they realize that they're not the ones who own the neighborhoods. They're not the ones who own the banks. They're not the ones who own the doctor's offices. They don't own the general stores. Money they don't own the churches. Like,
yeah.
I watched that movie the other night, The Banker, with Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson.
I've never seen that movie.
Me either.
Oh, y'all never seen that movie?
It's
a movie about one of the greatest business, like entrepreneurs, black entrepreneurs in American history.
Mm-hmm.
Like in
Black Wall Street, when they started trying to keep black money
in black neighborhoods.
Correct. Keeping the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
not Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, the kid, I forget, I should have remembered the name, but he specifically shined shoes of like rich white bank owners and stuff outside of the bank, so he could learn economics from
what's
them.
going on,
and he would learn and blah blah blah, and then he ends up moving to Los Angeles and getting really rich off of real estate. And he saw that the black neighborhoods were still segregated, but the white neighborhoods, there's a lot of properties going up, but they wouldn't sell to the black homeowners because even though the black homeowners are like
they're able to
profitable,
buy.
They're large sums of money ready to buy, blah blah blah.
Right.
So he like partnered up with this one white landowner, and he would be the front for getting the loans from the bank, blah, blah, blah. And then he'd eventually made a real estate empire. Yeah. And then
I did the same thing to get a New Legends going.
Yeah. Then he bought like then he went to this one bank where the main catch of the story is he went to the one bank where they wouldn't serve him, they wouldn't give him a loan because he was black, obviously.
Yeah.
So what he ended up just buying the building all the banks were in, and then they're like, now you gotta answer to me.
Right. I'm the boss now.
All right,
that's some shit.
Let's call it The Banker.
The Banker. It's
it
was a good movie. It was starring Anthony Mackie.
I will watch that.
Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson.
Where'd you watch
I will tell you,
where'd you watch
it works.
Yeah.
I've done
money talks. It's America. You have to buy your way into this fucking.
I paid a older white dude, to act like he was my boss. Remember? Act like he was my boss. Yep, to go talk to a white client.
And you got a contract from that.
I got a contract.
Yeah.
But if I would have did that myself, I would have never.
Probably not, right?
Yeah.
Because then they would think you don't know what you're doing for real.
Yep. Put me on the map.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
You really have.
That's how that works.
And Nick Fury in a movie.
Yeah, this was.
Where'd you watch it on?
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Yeah. I'll check.
I got Apple TV for a year. I'll watch it. The Banker. All right.
It works. It's a great
it's a thing. That's interesting.
No, it was cool. I was like,
you want to
movie? I'll check that out, bro.
Okay. Tell me about how do you feel when you like prove a point and it hits? Like what's that satisfaction and
that dopamine
proving a point?
Oh my days!
And no one can like.
You mean like a direct statement or wisdom?
No, after like let's say you won an argument.
Okay.
And you made a point, and they can't refute the point because now it makes sense.
It is wildly important to know how to get to that step because there are a lot of people who don't know how to actually end an argument or how to actually make progress in an argument. And like a lot of people will
disagree to disagree.
Well, we'll just like, no, we can actually just come to a point. Like there's a way to, you have a point, I have a point. We're both able to understand what we're talking about, come to an agreement. But when that happens, chef's kiss. It's beautiful for everyone because both y'all are better.
Yeah.
And like, hopefully you're not a person who's going to be like, I have now bettered you. That's unnecessary.
No, but if it's not. I mean, it is. Listen. If it's like an actual like debate,
it depends.
Where it's rational and logical, you shake hands.
They shake hands. We're now better.
But if this motherfucker is fucking
talking so smack right now,
is talking shit, just know I'm gonna be one of the smuggest motherfuckers after I get that point
Don't
across.
let him know.
My family is petty too.
To let him know.
Just know.
Yeah.
If he coming at you sideways, I'm gonna be smug.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. If they're trying to roast you on some crap and you have the ammunition, you're just ready. You're like, no, I actually have the receipts here where you effed up. Now what?
Yeah.
The bamboo. Oh, like forever, you feel it in your soul that you have won over this person. Charisma roll, nat 20.
You bring up the clipboard. You're like,
you see right here.
It's at Tuesday at 3:43. You said,
bro,
the facts are all here.
It's juicy, bro. When the facts are there, you're like, I'm not even making it up. It's too easy. You're caught in the trap.
Right.
Now what?
The thing is, I also try not to argue with stupid people. And by stupid people, I mean just people who don't have the intelligence to kind of match the argument. So when you start making sense, and then they just start like,
but you ugly.
There's a
statement on that.
Yeah.
When intellect meets ignorance, there's a belittling of thought.
Yeah. Facts. You can't argue with fools.
Don't argue with an idiot because they'll bring you down to their level and beat
right.
you with experience.
Right?
No matter how you average it, it'll always be lower to the top.
Yeah, you can't argue with fools.
Can't do it.
You'll never win.
And don't do it yourself.
Even when you win.
And also, it's important to know, like, when that situation is occurring. There are times when, like, you can be confident in what you know, what you have learned. You don't know everything, but best believe there are times where what you've experienced in life, you are simply more experienced in this situation. The other people are just wrong. Be proud of that, dude. Like, there was a time of the Renaissance Festival. I'm talking about the Ottoman things. I'm like, yes, at the time of the Ottomans, Suleiman is Muslim. Ibrahim was a Christian at first. I couldn't imagine if America had a Muslim vice president, or a Muslim president and a Christian vice president. That would be wild. And a dude in the audience is like, but I mean, we had Obama. I mean, aren't we? It's fine, right? Yeah. And I let loose the most obnoxious laugh of my life for like 5 seconds.
I was so proud of myself.
And I just stopped. I stopped myself.
He handled it.
And then, but then I was like, hey, I feel you, my friend. But have you ever seen him wear a turban? Have you ever seen him pray towards Mecca? Have you ever seen him be mad at Michelle Obama for having her arms out? Have you ever seen him, I don't know, yell at his children for being caught smoking weed and dancing at a crowd? Have you ever seen him have a prayer mat anywhere? Have you ever seen any form of evidence that actually says he's Muslim? Because right now you are an American walking into a Muslim-inspired encampment with a bunch of other cultures around you, and saying that about your president, while all these other people are looking at you and going, "What?
This isn't facts.
You're wrong." In every other country,
what was that point?
we know you're wrong, and you, as the American, are gonna look like an idiot in front of everyone. And then me, as an American black guy dressed as a Muslim character, am talking to him about a black president not being Muslim. I don't know, just like the absurdity of that whole conversation, like needing to defend Obama for not being a Muslim in front of Muslims? People. It was just disgusting. I was like, my God.
As a study
or
on
Allah.
that, going back to your topic of a fight, that is a classic mental fight. It was a classic mental fight, which ended in the victory. Trey's victory. One, I was proud of you, but two, even the crowd was proud of him.
They realized what happened too.
With logic.
And that's how you beat him.
It walked in. It began with not only ignorance, but what is it they have we don't? Privilege. He spoke in an entire environment of mixed races. With the strength of privilege to back him up.
Without even thinking twice.
Correct.
Because he had nothing else.
That's the support for his words and accusation. And what was sad about it, the entire group, with you leading it, had to fight this battle back just to win it, when that should have been one, it shouldn't even been introduced.
Should have been a thing.
But outside of that, I'll tell you, it was a great moment for me.
Because it was after like the whole spiel. And you've heard about,
I've heard your spiel.
30-minute spiel on all the different cultures and understandings. And at the very end, he's like, well, what about blah, blah, blah?
Because someone came to America and did that.
It
So remember, our religion, our number one religion is capitalism. you come in America and do something like that. All American. I doubt you'll make it out.
Nah. It's over.
Cool. But yet, this was handled with intellect. That was a great.
Bless. It was
great stuff for it.
That was one of those moments where like I felt the dopamine. The dopamine was running. We are now all better people.
It was running.
And it would be in that moment where I'd be a smug motherfucker and rub it in that boy's face.
I'm sorry, I got to rub this in your face.
I'm in an outfit. I couldn't do that.
No, I understand. You kept it professional.
I'm petty. And my family is petty too.
I'm telling you.
Facts.
That was one of those moments where I was
righteous
like,
and ratchet.
This man needs to be fixed right now. Like, a lot about nothing, man.
No, that was good. It was needed.
Yeah, it was.
And it's good you took the high road. So sad we have to say something like that, but it's true.
It is what it is.
I played it twice. That was cute. I feel you.
Yeah, I had to play it twice. We're getting out of here. It's over. The moral of the story is pick your battles very carefully.
Wise.
Because they can go a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Depending on how you approach things. So if you're like me and like more of a pacifist, don't really like to fight, just build up your intellect. Like I like learning random shit all the time. I just know random things.
It's important.
So I can really just talk my way out of stuff and just kind of debate people with big words. That's why I got the bachelor's in English. It wasn't for work. It's to debate people.
Trying to roast some fools properly.
Yeah,
I see you.
Properly. And you can properly listen to this podcast on aloutaboutpod.com. Or you can go to, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, or Anchor. Anchor.fm, so it's AloudAboutPod. This pod will be out on Friday. The YouTube will be out on Sunday. I'm going to say Sunday. Saturday, I'm busy. So I'm going to say Sunday. So thank you for listening. Ed, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you stayed. It's a fun topic. I know you're not much of a fighter yourself. I know you're a lover.
Sorry, who are you talking to?
Not me.
Hey, I mean,
there are only two Edwards here.
He wants to look at the camera.
Two of us. You got to pick the lover. You got to pick the fighter. Do the math.
Listen, my guy.
Yeah. There's a lot
of love over here. And then you have me.
Thank you for listening. Bye.